Today I'll be making something fast and easy, Belizean Picadillo. You're watching the Bear Pantry Show. Some ground beef or some ground pork, okay? And I have it sauteing in this pan. Let me show you the rest of the stuff that we'll need for this recipe. So truly one of these Bear Pantry meals, right? I'm using the black ricotta that my Uncle Roger sent for me. Remember we used it the other day when Megan was here for the black soup or the relleno or chimole, whichever one we made. And it's a kind of spice, and he sent it special for me because he said it's hotter than any black ricotta that I've ever used. I've got some boiled eggs and I've chopped it up. This is like 5 boiled eggs, okay? And then here I got a little bit of the black ricotta, pinched off a bit. It's kind of like clay, pinched off a bit with some warm water and made it into this marinade or solution. And of course we're gonna need corn tortilla. So let's move back to the stove and let me show you what we're doing with our ground beef. Okay, so there we are. I have a real close-up for you on this little pan that I'm doing this ground beef in. This meal should be really ground pork, but I don't really eat a lot of pork, so I'm doing it with ground beef. So again, I'm changing the recipe, right? And I'm using a savor strainer, and I'm putting this marinade of the black ricotta through here. And we want to always use a strainer with this because it kind of has some grains. So I'm using, look, I have a bamboo spoon that my good friend Lisa gave me for my birthday gift. She gave me a whole set of bamboo stuff that I can use, and I'm gonna start showing you guys my birthday gifts that I got from my most recent birthday party. This pan right here is one of them. I use gift cards that I got to Macy's to actually go on ahead and buy this. So if you notice, it doesn't have a lot of gravy or a lot of water because we're not making a soup. We're actually making picadillo. Like I said, it should be ground pork, and all I did, this is ground beef of course, put a little bit of ground beef in there, a little bit more than half a pound this is, and I use my potato squisher to make it loose meat because I don't want it too clumpy, if that's a word. And so now here I'm gonna put our boiled egg in. It's all diced up. It's not too small pieces either. This is one of these things that you just kind of toss together at the last minute to make a nice quick lunch, okay? I don't know that we're gonna need salt and pepper on this because the ground beef already has salt and pepper. The black ricotta has salt and pepper, but we can always taste it. I'm gonna add a little bit more water to this to make it simmer a little bit, okay? So this is about half a cup of water. I don't think I'll add the whole thing, just a little bit. So I believe I added like a 1/4 cup of water. So just kind of move this around, kind of stir it, you know, or fold it. We want this to have some body, and the egg yolks will give this a lot of body. So this is kind of like a snack or a lunch. I wouldn't serve this for dinner. But this is all it is to it, okay? Again, the original dish calls for ground pork, but I've used beef, the boiled eggs, and some of that marinade from the black ricotta. I'm going to let this go for another minute, shut the heat off, and then I'm going to heat up the tortilla so I can show you how to serve this. Alright, so now it's time to taste our picadillo. I promise I'm going to start tasting stuff on camera so you guys can know that I eat it. So here it is. It's still hot. I've got my corn tortilla and I just kind of nuked it in the microwave, but I really like putting these on the stove top, better on the comal or the griddle. So that's all it is. It's kind of like a taco. It looks like mud, doesn't it? And you just kind of roll it. And this is, you're going to be eating all of this, okay, with your tortilla. And it's like a lunch. Ready, Jade? That's why I don't like tasting on camera. I have all the food in my mouth. Anyways, it's spicy. It's thick, rigid, it's draining. You don't want the rest. Here we go. The tortilla tastes good. It's warm. It's good. It's good. I don't know if this is one of those acquired taste things that I grew up with, but I know Megan and her mom certainly likes this black ricotta. And I don't think I've ever given any meals made with black ricotta to anyone that hasn't liked it. Of course, I've not given it to people who doesn't like hot or spicy stuff because I respect that, okay? But anyways, this is awesome. I'm gonna go eat. To purchase copies of my book, just visit my website at bearpantryshow.com and click on the store tab. What a simple lunch, right? Real easy to make. some ground pork or ground beef. You know, I traded it out for ground beef, but the original recipe calls for ground pork. And you just kind of cook it down. It needs to cook for about 40 minutes, okay? And I take my potato squisher and make sure the meat is loose. You get it down to a little bit of gravy so it's almost sauteing. And then you add your boiled eggs and you add your black recado marinade. And you let it simmer and cook. And then you heat up your corn tortillas and you just make like those little soft tacos out of it. Wonderful, wonderful snack or lunch. You know, I'm going to have to do another contest real soon, and maybe I'll put red recado and black recado on the list of things that you guys can win, because I know a lot of people don't have these ingredients where they're located and would really love to try this. Now, this dinner doesn't look very appetizing in its color at all, but I promise you it tastes so good, and it's spicy. It's really spicy. The black recado has salt in it already, and it has a lot of pepper in it. And this one that my Uncle Roger sent for me, this one is actually so very spicy. And to all the ladies in Uncle Roger's office that don't believe that I'm his niece, yes, Roger Gomez is my uncle. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching the show, for liking, for picking up the book, for sharing the show with your friends and family. And until I see you guys again, take care.